Welcome back to the Pumpernickel podcast.
Pumpernickel!
We back after being on break for last weekend. Some complications happened.
Technical difficulties
last week. It's not like the boys broke up or anything.
The Beatles?
Yeah, like the Beatles. It's like, you know what? I think I could do my own podcast thing.
It was a federal holiday.
Right?
Well, there's a long federal holiday, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Real long.
Now, we're still working on the theme music part of everything, so we'll probably have like a jingle in maybe the next couple of weeks. We could make it ourselves every time we start up.
Insert jingle here.
Pumpernickel.
Like, one of us does it every time. But continue with the segment thing that we've been introducing. We're gonna do that for what was it?
4 views on a slice of news.
There it is. You think I would know it?
4 views on a slice of news.
On a slice of news. I guess we'll start. Who want to start off?
Get a black mic. Let him fire this train up.
Yeah, let's talk about federal holidays. Yeah.
Talking about long government holidays. Shutdown is finally over, thankfully.
35-day holiday.
35 long ass fucking days.
Yep.
Which I mean,
New high score.
That's just fucking terrible. Like, people were getting ready to like sue federally, thinking that it was a violation of the 13th Amendment.
It's somewhat of a just.
And it is.
Well, yeah, because
right,
I mean, it was like involuntary servitude. Like, I'm forced to go to work because I don't have a choice, and I'm not getting paid.
Right.
Like, that's not okay.
Yeah, so the IRS building is actually right in front of the CDC building here in Atlanta at the Beaufort campus. Mm-hmm. And I think it was a Wednesday I drove by, and on the corner right in front of the IRS building, because it's technically outside of their, like, the federal land, they were protesting on that corner, and I was like, this is all IRS people, because the IRS was like hit the hardest, I think. A lot of branches were hit hard, right?
Yeah.
IRS, like air traffic controllers, TSA, the FAA in general. But yeah, IRS people out there protesting, like, open up the government, because they're not, like, they weren't working, but they're also not getting paid, right?
Right.
Those are branches you really don't want to be fucking with.
Yeah.
No, and then it's the IRS. So, like, I haven't submitted my taxes because I was like, no one's gonna look at it.
True.
Yeah.
I pay my taxes. Sure, you guys, that automated machine will cash in my money fine.
Does mine
But
too.
no one's gonna be sitting there like, oh, let me approve Eddie's refund or not Eddie's refund.
You're right.
So, like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah, so like now you have to think about the fact that there's a whole month of shit that they have to catch up on before they can get to moving forward.
But can they catch up? Because the government is open as of 5 o'clock Friday, but it's only going to be open 19 days till February 15th.
Yeah, which is just long enough to get us through the Super Bowl.
Right.
Exactly right. See, that's the thing. Like in my head, I was like, why did Trump all of a sudden decide to, like,
Bud Light lobbyists.
why did he decide to, like, let the government open up for a little bit? You know what happens? What happened Thursday night around midnight? LaGuardia shuts down. They don't have enough air traffic controllers, so the whole airport's down. One of the 3 major, like, airports servicing New York City is shut down.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the biggest states.
Yeah, that's a headache in and of itself. Businesses are being backed up. People, like, you're rerouting.
Correct.
Okay, and what was after that happens? I think a couple hours later, Hartsfield-Jackson air traffic controllers are like, well, if they shut down, we want to shut down.
Those are 2 big airports to be shut down.
Yeah,
Hartsfield-Jackson is the biggest international airport and the busiest airport. Yeah.
That's a lot of people not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, we're not talking about busiest in the U.S. We're talking about busiest in the world. So, like, the entire, like, there's so much traffic funneling through that
Atlanta
airport.
Hartsfield-Jackson,
Yeah, that always blows my mind that is I've been to small airports, so I guess I sort of realize, but just like that's the premier, like, the one.
Yeah, no, Hartsfield-Jackson is the biggest. It's also designed. If you look at, like, LAX,
I thought Denver was the biggest.
No, it's the biggest in terms of, like, air
volume.
Traffic, volume coming in. And size, it may not be the biggest, but it's also the most efficiently built.
Right.
Yes.
You have the terminals built like A, B, C. It's very simple. You have so many people coming in and out.
Yeah,
that's true.
Shout out to whoever designed Hartsfield-Jackson, because they did a fucking phenomenal job.
I will give them that.
The expansion has also been very well. They had enough space to keep going if they need more terminals.
It is. I mean, granted, it's not the easiest. It isn't that bad to navigate.
No.
Yeah, like, it gets its complaints, but once you've been to, like, other airports, you realize that you need to shut up about Hartsfield. Like, it's just like Hartsfield. At least it's managed well.
Man, in grad school, I'll make the story short. I had to go to the doctor, and, like, I was at Duke, so, like, the whole thing's medical people.
Right.
So they've got a monster-sized hospital there, but you need, like, this student section of it.
Yeah.
Man, it took me probably 2 hours to find that thing.
Yeah.
I walked at least 2 miles. Like, lady, I walked to the front desk. Lady, like, hey, where's the student part? I got to get checked. She goes, oh, it's down the hall at the end, down, and then go down one floor. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I looked down the hall. I couldn't see the end of the hall.
Damn.
That's how long it was. I was like, is there like a walkway or a breezeway going on?
Yeah, she said you're in Narnia.
Yeah, LaGuardia or LAX.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, where am I? Is that a goat man? Like,
You got some rollerblades or something?
yeah, it's like, can I?
But yeah, so
You got
the
a motor
busiest.
scooter.
Get off on Turbo down to 3/4.
Right.
Yeah.
For real. Nueve y Tres Cuatros?
But the busiest airport is also threatening, like shut down, and you have the Super Bowl that's happening next weekend. More people, domestic flights are coming in and out. Like,
They said they expected 150,000 people to come to Atlanta.
yeah, the domestic
That's a lot
terminal
of
flights
people.
coming into So like, not only that, but you also don't have all that extra security too to provide at the Super Bowl because you don't have all the federal agents that typically work this event.
Mm-hmm.
So God forbid an event happen, and you don't have enough people staffing it.
Right.
And then the shutdown. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So let's open it up to February 15th.
Right.
Clear this riffraff out of there.
Right.
And
that, that covers the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then we go right back.
Yeah, because it's the one that affects Americans the most. People will say like it's dumb, and it's true, it's dumb. We should know more about our government, but it's the one that generally affects people the most visibly. It's like now traffic is worse, and now I can't get here, and now I can't get my flight, and now you know what I mean. Like things like you can get away with long term, like you can get away with fucking up people's long term futures, but you can't get away with messing up their day to day. Like, if you had 5 more minutes to my commute, I'm voting for the other guy next time. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just the truth.
Yeah,
That's true.
So we'll see what happens. These 19 days.
Right.
We'll see what happens. He said that he could maybe shut it down again if they don't get him his wall, or he'll use executive powers and.
Which 5.7 billion is not enough for any kind of wall. But that's another argument in
That's
itself.
enough for my wall.
That's true. You go
5.7 billion, I can build a small wall with that.
yeah, you can look across the Mexico-U.S. border.
1 inch tall.
There it is, 1/4 inch tall.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'll lay one layer of wire down on the ground.
Just
So
see a
dude
nice-
trips over. Ah, fuck.
Nah, I'm gonna take a layer of Lego bricks.
And you put Lego on the map.
Good news, Lego just shot through the roof.
No, just
If
build a
you
white
thought them bricks
picket
were
fence.
expensive now.
This podcast brought to you by
Lego.
God wish.
This podcast brought to you by Megablocks.
Whoa.
All right, I'll chill. That was wild. Megablocks big as hell. They weren't lying about the name, bro. Megablocks. Listen, I hope they don't mess up our Megablocks money in the future, but Megablocks trash, like straight trash.
Yeah,
I'd
bro.
build the wall out of that.
Bro, Megablocks is the
You
wide
need
roll
2
paper.
of them.
It's the wide
That's
roll
it.
paper.
Yeah, right.
It's the what?
It's the wide roll paper.
Ooh, quote of the day. Megablocks is the wide rule paper of building blocks. Go ahead and write that down. Somewhere. There it is. That's phenomenal. I respect that one.
Yeah, bro. Even I feel a little slow. You know what I mean?
Bro, it made me feel like I lost IQ points. Like if when I was a kid and I pick one up, I'd be like, no, all right, we can't do this on the podcast.
Tell you
We
what,
gotta
though.
hold it together.
Every now and then, I would make a mistake.
Yeah.
And I would accidentally, I'd buy a Mega Block something, and I'd pour the extra
You make
piece-
a mistake and buy Mega
Hold on,
Blocks?
hold on. That's not
Oh, okay. I was about to get to a fish fight with you.
Hold
How
on.
do you make a mistake?
And the Mega Blocks would intermingle with the Legos. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
go, like, something,
Yuck.
you got the one Mega Block brick in between all the Legos. You're like, why does that one look weird? Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, it
What-
stands out. It doesn't fit in. It's
Yeah.
just like, what do you do?
Why does that blue look kind of funny? Oh.
Right. What this blew the size of now later, bro. Like what's with this depth? It's like yuck. Bro, we only need 2 to stop the wall up.
For real.
Like you only need 2 of them long bricks.
No, my idea is just make a white picket fence.
Uh-huh.
Put like a little concrete sidewalk behind the white picket fence and toss a bunch of Legos.
You just scatter later over the ground when people say, I'm going back home.
Ay, Dios mío.
I'd rather deal with the mob than deal with these Lego bricks strewn everywhere. And you cover it with some dirt so we can't see it.
And there's Matchbox cars too.
Oh. On the ground.
Bro, could you
Ay, Dios mío.
could you imagine the accidents of someone literally like jumping over a wall and landing on Lego bricks and matchboxes?
Bro.
You have thousands of doctors just for ankles.
Bruh, remember that episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy where Ed dropped that cinder block onto his toe and the other 2 Eds stared at him to wait for his reaction and then it pans over to him in the future with his leg bandaged up? Like, that's what it'd be like to jump over a 13-foot wall to land on Legos. You just standing there staring off into the distance and the other people just like... And it fast forwards to you back in a hospital back in Mexico, like, fuck this wall.
Yeah, never again.
Right.
With both your legs bandaged up.
Yeah, bro. Bro, you stepped on one with one foot and the other leg bled.
That's the new way they test agility in the NFL Combine.
Oh, Jesus.
The Lego run.
The Lego run. Nah, dog. I ain't going. Like, I know I'm worth millions, but
I ain't going to the ship.
Right. Hell no.
Just throw, that's how we test your footwork in the NBA. Just throw Lego bricks all on the court.
You made it across the court, you're in. You're good.
It's like chopped before basketball. They just slide a bucket full of bricks straight onto the court as the dude slides onto it. He's going to be out all season. Kyrie Irving fell into a pile full of bricks.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
God bless Lego.
Yeah, man.
Ruining feet everywhere.
What were we doing again? Oh, yeah. There were 3.
Oh, yeah, so slice the news. Who's next?
You're up.
I'm up?
Yeah.
So the old Hadron Collider, the LHC, which is gonna possibly, there's an idea to replace it with the new FCC, which is the Future Collision Collider. The new one is 62 miles in circumference. The old one is 17.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be shooting those grains of sand real fast.
Yeah, bro.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Big fast.
Big fast.
Basically just another big waste of fucking money.
If you get hit by one of those grains of sand, do you turn to the Sandman like Spider-Man?
Yes.
Well, you're in a vacuum, so you're just like, you're dead already to begin with.
I mean, you can be in a vacuum for a short period of time.
No, without any protection. You're in that vacuum, the water in your body's boiling. You're just a mess.
Yeah, but you got a split second where you can pull that off.
Yeah, in space you can survive for like a couple seconds out in the vacuum.
It would definitely fuck you up.
Oh, you'd be shredded, yeah. But you
yeah, like the time it takes for that oxygen in your brain to dissipate.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
How long does it take this piece of sand to make a round trip around this loop? I mean,
No, you'll get hit by the sand, but that's not the sand's not the. You probably won't even feel the sand.
Yeah, with what you're dealing with, the sand means nothing.
The sand is nothing. Yeah, like that sand's gonna hit a particle, an atom on your body, and like, oh, that atom's lost, whatever.
Right? Yeah, like things like that. It's so small you can't feel it. The same with like radiation, right? Like radiation hits you and you don't necessarily feel it
until it turns into dark matter.
But then, like 3 weeks later, 3 weeks later, when you're like peeling away literally. You know what I mean? Like a freaking onion.
Dude, what a way to, a vacuum would be such a horrible way to die.
Yeah, they say in outer space, like, like one side of you is boiling, the other side of you is freezing because the side facing the sun, is boiling and the other side of you is freezing. You know how fucking crazy that is?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that right outside of our planet is an impossible to survive in?
Oh yeah, without
it
a suit,
turns you instantly into a gas station microwave burrito.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
You get turned into some
half hot, half cold.
Tostitos, bro. Like, nah, I'm good.
You're a fresh roller food from QT.
That's what this episode's called, Space Tostitos. It's been written. It has been decided.
Yeah, we're just big water shacks, man.
We are. But I mean, going back to the Large Hadron Collider, like, it didn't provide any quote unquote significant results, but that's science, man. Like, we got to stop acting like it doesn't matter.
We're not gonna get full 100% of everything you predict anyway.
Yeah, like people are always like, I want you to spend money on this, or I only want to spend money on the stuff we can be guaranteed. It's like that's not how any of this works.
Yeah,
like,
that's
the reason why
it's science works.
Yeah, the reason why it's science because we don't know. Like, that's what we don't... all we can do is make educated... It's not like we're asking you for, like, a box full of Megablocks and we're trying to figure out the rest. It's like these are all educated guesses. We don't know.
Yeah, it's like your future. You have some goals you're shooting for. But how you get there,
Right. It's like,
I'm willing to bet every cent I'll ever make in my life you don't know how you're getting there.
Yeah, nobody does. Because you don't know what day it'll be. Like, hell, new job for me. I didn't see that shit coming. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, it just showed up. And it was just like, all right. It's the same thing. You don't know what the future looks like. And so...
No, we'll see how this collider goes.
Yeah, how this run goes.
Still a cool thing to be thinking about regardless, because they showed where it goes. I mean, that thing is like the size of the whole damn city. It's like the Atlanta perimeter.
Yeah, because the one right now is like underneath New Jersey, right? Like it's 17.
You said it was like 60-something miles?
I thought the Large Hadron was in like France or like Switzerland.
It's in Geneva.
Geneva is one, but I thought there was another one over here. Like,
it's the only one in the world, I thought.
That was the one Tony Stark had, I think.
No.
No, but they show this one and like the original one. I mean, it's like a little fucking like baby ring in comparison to this new one.
Right. Yeah. The last one. This one's a toy in comparison to the future.
Yeah, it's supposed to cost like $10 billion to make it.
Cheap.
For the low price of $10 billion.
No, that's
really not
relatively
expensive.
cheap. Yeah, actually, that's
I mean,
significantly cheap
we're
for
building a wall
governmental
for
budgets.
$5 billion,
That we're not even doing that. 5's not enough for that wall.
and that's just a wall. It doesn't even do anything cool.
Right? There's no beams circling through the wall.
For real.
No lightsabers coming out when people get too
Yo,
close
make the
to
wall
it.
out of that. Nobody cross over that thing.
If he was slick about it, he could be like, let's bring the Large Hadron Collider here.
Make a super one so like the center is like the middle of the U.S., but it goes like around the world.
Yeah, or it's like it's a border around the entire United States.
Yes.
That'd be crazy. It's just like let's do it.
I tell you what, I wouldn't cross over that thing.
No, nah. You mean that there's a beam of sand going through it literally every split second across the United States?
At Warp 4?
Yeah, dog, I'm good.
No thanks.
You try to cross the beam, you blow up like a Ray commercial.
Nah,
Nah, dog.
I'm cool. All right, anybody else?
That was. Oh, Eddie, did you have one?
Well, I've been, I watch lots of news. I think right now the biggest news is, markets are back positive.
Right.
They've been doing well. The U.S., even in the shutdown, markets have been up and down, but the U.S. has been doing steadily pretty strongly.
We had that
They've been
horrible
performing.
tank at the end of the year. We're down
We
12%.
did. We did fall out, but we're back up to like close to 25,000. So the Dow, everybody's been recovering just fine.
Hell yeah.
Really, it's lots of tensions between China and the U.S. and it looks like the U.S. is above, just because growth in China has slowed down the past 10 years. Actually,
Right.
New reports have come out that they're not as
Strong.
proliferant with their job
As you
creation as everyone once thought.
Pretty
Yeah.
easy to fake when your country's communist.
Yeah. So now it's like, wait, we don't have as many jobs as we once thought we did. And,
Of course not, because they're dealing with that situation about their population, right? Like
Yeah.
they're gonna have a population bubble in the next 30 years because they lost so many women in their one-child policy. Yeah, that they're gonna be suffering very soon.
Suffering secretary.
Yeah, so we got to find someone else to make our cheap products. No longer made in Taiwan. Maybe made in.
I'd like to see it made in the U.S. again, but that's just me. It'd be expensive, though.
It'd be expensive.
would
That's the
be
thing.
very
No, but
expensive.
dude, I'm a big fan of things made locally. Except, I mean, if people pay for whole food prices for shit, why not pay for an American-made product by American hands?
But remember,
You know what's
most people
weird?
can't afford that.
Yeah, you know what's weird,
They
though?
can afford it at Whole Foods. They can afford to buy.
Speaking of Whole Foods, I just came from there maybe an hour ago because I forgot to buy peanut butter.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the prices, and then Whole Foods brand peanut butter was $4. Peanut butter made in Georgia by Georgia Grinders was $14.
Yep.
So it traveled like an hour to get here, and it cost like 3 times as much. Whereas the other shit was probably made in fucking Tibet or something.
But if you went and bought it from like them locally, it would probably be like $4 or $5.
Do you
right?
think?
I think
Well,
so
no, not
because
necessarily.
actually it could be because
It
you're
could be.
cutting out the cost of transportation, logistical, right?
Right.
So all logistics of moving your product is out.
Yeah, it's more expensive
you
because
don't
it's smaller
Right.
manufacturing.
Smaller
I mean, if I had that option, I'd definitely go buy it from them. I'd be
No, yeah,
happy to.
that'd be a great option.
I'd love to.
Yeah, no, I think if we could get more like man-made products here in the U.S.,
Oh, I'd be all over it.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be a big fan.
And get a US made TV, US made game system, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Some local dude, you buy his cow for meat and milk.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd be all over that.
You can buy them. You could buy cows for like $1,000.
yeah. It's a good
Well,
option.
you know about it because we were talking
Yeah.
about it at one point. Eddie was like, y'all bought.
You gotta have all the shit to do it, but
Yeah, your
Yeah.
family and like other families would buy a cow, right?
Yeah,
And
you
y'all
cut
would cut it
just
up.
buy and cut it up. You find
Yeah.
a butcher that cuts it up. Yeah, prepare your cuts of meat, and you could do that.
anything else? We ready to dive into this thing?
All right. Oh yeah, me.
Yeah, you got one, I think.
Yeah, I think you-
So going along the science route, we're getting closer and closer to nuclear fusion. There's estimates from MIT that are saying that we could be there if we continue research by 2030, so 10 years.
What does that actually mean, though?
Nuclear fusion.
I mean, you just combine two things with fusion, or
Well,
is
it'd be a hydrogen atom, so you're fusing hydrogen atoms as opposed to fission, where you're splitting atoms, and so
when you split,
you
energy is produced.
produce depending on
Which
the
is the
reaction.
A-bomb.
Yeah. Energy is produced.
Lots
and
of heat.
fusion.
Yeah.
A lot of energy is produced on the bringing together the molecules, basically, or the atoms, not the molecules.
Well, what does that do for you,
the thing
though?
with fusion is the difficulty, right? Because
Right.
when you fuse, you typically are lowering activation energy. So you, instead of like releasing energy is consumed because you're creating.
But what does that do for you? Why do you want to do that?
Well, it's more efficient because now you're no longer, you could do fission and then fuse. So you basically have two chambers, one like splitting atoms and one putting them back together.
Yeah,
and
but with
catalyzing
fusion,
energy.
right? Like depending on the molecule, it gives off energy when they're fused, and so
I think what he's asking is like once all of this has been like done in a day to day like layman's terms.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
How does this benefit humanity?
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm asking.
What it benefits is that
Basically,
like
it's like
it's
unlimited energy.
unlimited energy. So like
It's just
Is it electrical or what is it?
it's energy given off by atoms.
Atoms.
So yeah, so
What is it?
It's atomic energy. There's just
yeah, it's like it's
Will
not.
I never need to charge my cell phone again?
It's not like that.
not like that. No, but
It's heat energy
It's
given
heat
off.
Your
energy.
Wi-Fi
Yeah,
goes off the charts, bro.
So like when you combine the two atoms, there's whenever you do any kind of reaction, right? There's some type of energy given off. It could be light, like energy given off in the form of light,
Right.
And heat, like anything of that nature. You know what I mean? Like movement counts as one as a type of energy. Kinetic energy, potential energy.
Yeah.
And so when the atoms separated, these specific atoms separated have a high potential energy when combined. And when you combine them, they give that off as heat energy.
So it's heat that we're getting out of
Right,
this.
and so we're getting heat. Now, the issue with it right now is that a lot of researchers going into now somebody could correct me because I may have some of this off, but it's like energy could be given off in the terms of we could then convert that to like electrical energy for the grid.
Yeah, no, the heat, I understand. That's
Right,
what,
right.
Yeah, because that's what we do now.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be essentially like having our own sun here, and it'd be like permanent solar energy always.
I know this is wrong, but all I can picture is Dr. Ock from Spider-Man with his fucking claws. on the sun.
Essentially that, because if I remember right, that was his idea.
Yes.
Yeah, that was his plan. That's essentially kind of it.
We don't have some guy like with 4 arms just manning this fucking thing though, do we?
Which would be tight. Like you go to and this is our nuclear fusion lab, and it's just him like, get back, get back. You just
Pull the plug,
right? Pull the plug.
Yeah, because theoretically, if you can do that, like I said, it's just unlimited energy. Then really, the only waste is the metal parts for the generator.
Metal, and then like the
I'll chip in for that
because that's gonna wear out as you keep going.
and then the heat for the reaction.
Yeah, because heat is
It's like
being
30
released.
million degrees is what you need to consistently do it.
Yeah,
You know how fast you cook your popcorn with that?
you have to. You know what? You have to make this reaction.
0 to burnt.
Nate is the Norm McDonald of this podcast.
I'm okay with that.
There it is. Have y'all read the new? Have y'all read the new? What's the name of that old comic book? What's the one with
Mad
damn.
TV?
No, I can't even remember it. Fuck it. It's over.
You know what? But you can put that generator in like seawater, and then it's also purifying water, and then so you have potable water too that you're getting.
Yeah,
out of
so it seems
limited
like you can get both. It seems like you could use that heat energy to separate salt from water, and you could do that exact
And
same
you're
thing.
getting
for
the energy,
fusion.
This
Yeah.
all sounds amazing, but super dangerous.
It sounds dangerous now. I mean, technically it's
it's
dangerous.
all dangerous
It's as
stuff,
dangerous as what we do now, right?
Yeah,
like
you
to
got
the
coal
same-
miners going in there to get coal
like to the
get-
same.
come
And
on,
if
man.
anything, like the thing about nuclear is that once it's once you have all the conditions up, it is safer than most other forms of energy.
But
People are
there's
just
that caveat
afraid.
of once you get it.
I mean, but you just got to get it in place. But like, it's like the thing itself is highly dangerous. But the things that we do to mitigate that are what makes it so safe.
Yeah,
so it's
right,
incredibly safe. It's just like. It's like your day-to-day, like flying. Like flying in and of itself is a highly dangerous,
you're in a
guaranteed
tube
fatality
in the
act.
air.
Yeah, but
30,000 feet in the air.
yeah, but the safety regulations we go through make it so that way you can not only just do it, but you can fucking make a commercial business out of it. You know, like that's how safe we made it.
Yeah, people just don't want them near like houses and like, oh, nuclear waste.
Right. Oh no, it's gonna be
Mutants.
nuclear waste. It's like
My
no, that's
baby's
not how
gonna
it
have
works.
3 arms and 2 eyes.
And that's why you don't let idiots vote. And on to the next one.
All right, let's get to the big one. All right, guys. Disney World versus Six Flags versus Whitewater. Let's do it.
Disney World number one.
Oh,
without a
yeah,
doubt.
Disney
That's
World is
Man,
Well, okay, so why?
Disney World. First
Quality of rides, quality of experience, relatability. Like Disney is in everyday life. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a theme park. It's a channel. It's movies. It's a bunch of things.
No,
that
I'm not
really
talking about
stick out.
specifically park to park to park.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
So Disney has advanced itself far beyond what it was when I was a kid. Because
Well, they all have.
yeah, but like
Except Six Flags.
No, hold on. I'm going to say, well, they have the best roller coasters.
Get out of here.
so I
What roller coaster does Disney World have that's taking out Six Flags?
All of them.
Name one.
I can't name one of them.
Exactly.
Epcot, yeah.
Epcot.
Epcot's
Bro, there are no roller coasters in Epcot.
There is a
No,
roller
you know
coaster
what?
in
You know
Epcot.
what's good? Like not Epcot, Busch Gardens.
We'll circle back to that one for sure.
Like I haven't been to Disney World
in a long time.
Sure.
Yeah, so my view is related to my experience as a child.
But like, so many of my friends have decided to go on fucking honeymoons to go to Disney World for some reason. People are nerds. And like they've got bands now that you just get that one track your location within the park and could tell you via an app where you are in relation to whatever the fuck else you're trying to find.
Facts, I've heard of that.
Which is phenomenal, especially if you have kids. It's just like, you know, like you're in a park, you lose sight of your kid, you can pull up an app and it's just like, oh, he wandered 15 steps that way to the bathroom. All right, cool. Now I don't have to panic anymore, which is phenomenal. And that's definitely not something that I would see Six Flags or Whitewater having.
Quick question for you. Now, I haven't been to ones in other states because I've heard like Texas is good.
Yeah, Six Flags over Texas,
yeah.
But Georgia's blows.
Now, hold on. So
Absolutely sauce.
Six Flags over Georgia is bad. You get that like fast pass, that quick lightning pass, and you live in a good life.
Bruh, it is Six Flags here is one step above them rickety carnival rides that
Whoa.
you get.
No. Actually, you know, they're tearing down the wooden ones and they're putting in new ones.
Okay.
And they got rid of this, what was it called? The Vortex something?
The Vortex.
In place of what used to be like a wooden one. And it was fun, dude. They did a really good job with that one.
Maybe it's changed.
I will say
Goliath's good.
Because I was there less than a year ago.
Yeah.
Or I was there about a year ago.
Superman is good.
Yeah.
I think in terms of overall experience, Disney World has achieved something that will never be surpassed because they've made such an immersive world for each one of their areas.
Yeah, because they're selling
I don't think there's any way you can make it more immersive or more in tune with the customer than they have. But
no,
I think in terms of rides, they sort of whiffed.
I think they because they sell you the brand, right? They're selling you Disney,
and they have nailed that.
They sell you location. They sell you the castle, the Princess Castle.
Yes,
they sell you Hogwarts and Harry Potter, and like you walk in there.
Ownership of Christmas.
People go there just to see the place, and like there are a couple of rides, sure, but like, oh, let me buy a wand in Diagon Alley.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like it's not like, oh, okay, like I might not necessarily be jumping on like a roller coaster, but like I get to like if I like Harry Potter, I just get to go into.
Oh, your Harry Potter world for sure.
Yeah,
you're all in there.
I am now in the fucking I am now in the series. Now I am walking down Diagon Alley. I can buy a wand. There are people there that are dressed like the people from the series. Like it is total immersion. It is pretty fucking ridiculous.
I agree, but I think in terms of actual rides, Six Flags hasn't beat.
Because Six Flags is all rides. You got nothing else really.
They completely flipped the script. They have zero experience.
Whoa! They're not selling you a dream or like a
they're selling you reality.
They're selling you get on that ride.
We got budget cuts. That's what Six Flags.
You want to go real high and go real fast? We got you,
bro.
That's what they got.
Disney is the Hartsfield Jackson of amusement parks, and then like not Disney, but Six Flags is the like LaGuardia. Like it's just like it's a decent airport. It will get you where you need to go.
But you don't want to be
there's plenty of attitude around that. Like you're gonna be dealing with some attitude when you're there.
My only gripe with Six Flags, and this is specifically Six Flags over Georgia, is like every time I've gone to Six Flags, I never really got to enjoy the rides.
I don't either. Yeah,
because like one, I didn't check out money for like a fast pass because I just ended up going with somebody else, and like. The lines to get on the rides were way too long for me, and the heat that was there for me to be like, nah.
Well,
that heat at Hartsfield, and that heat at Six Flags stays next to you. Like it's the sun is standing behind you, like waiting to get on the ride with you.
When the sun posted up next to you, like with a hand on the shoulder, like, hey, it's hot.
I think we're over the height requirement. We're good. It's like, could you get off me?
It's just like I gotta stand 4 hours in this line next to this heat.
But that's the thing, though, is like you got the sort of the two ends. You got the all experience no ride versus the terrible experience all ride. Because like the Scorcher is way more entertaining than like I don't know. It's a Small World.
I mean, but you're comparing the bad rides. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been there, but they
Well,
do have
the thing is-
real
the thing is-
rides.
I've been there recently, somewhat recently.
the ride-
It's not as good.
the
Which
rides
one
are-
did you go to? World or Land?
One in Florida.
That's Land, right?
That's the main
That's
one.
World.
Yeah.
Disney World is Orlando. Disneyland is LA.
Is LA? Oh, okay.
Yeah, World is the main
Yeah,
one.
and they're both good. They're both very good. They got their different sections, and it's all nice. Yeah,
No,
but it's like Space Mountain and
That's it.
what's the other one? The one with like where you go in that little, you go above the creek, and they got little caricatures and animals, and then you go in the log and you go down the
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little corny going up,
But it's
like,
not as
sure,
cool as
fun.
riding the Superman at Six Flags.
No, it's not as cool as Superman. It's not as not as cool
Well,
as
see,
Superman.
my
Hook a light.
backstory. So my mom used to take me down to Disney World every summer because that was when my birthday was. It was a hassle getting down there and a hassle getting back.
Oh, it is.
But it was worth it because there was a fucking amusement park waiting for me when I got down there, and it was fantastic. And there was this was way back when MGM was still a thing. And there was a King Kong ride that they had, and my mom took me on that ride when I was like 4, and that shit was not the move.
A little scared.
Just a little bit.
A little scared.
Because I was like, okay, cool. It's like dark in here. Like everything's like, whatever. It looks like, cities being attacked. That's cool. I'm 4. I don't understand what's going on. But then I like fucking look to my right and there's this giant ass animatronic monkey like looking into the fucking thing. And I'm just like, stop the world. I would like to get off now.
Right.
I just shit my pants.
Excuse me, but damn, I shit myself.
That's like even like the. So I think that's what it is. Like it really is the experience because Disney World has like Space Mountain, they have Tower of Terror, but really it's the ride itself is kind of weak. Like Space Mountain, the real interest is like
It's dark.
It's like it's a laser light show in that thing.
Yeah.
It's like there's a cool like setup to get to the ride. The actual ride itself, if you just had that ride out in the open, is kind of lame.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, because the best ride I think that I enjoyed was like Thunder Mountain when it's the railroad one.
Yeah,
And that's not and that one isn't like you're not going too terribly tall. You're just going like sharp corners and fast. And
That's true. But then, like, when you think about Six Flags only has like 4 rides that are worth getting on.
I don't know if I agree with that.
No, I don't
Like,
think
what?
so.
Because it's Scorcher,
The
You got
Goliath,
Scorcher,
Goliath,
Superman,
Viper, and Superman.
Daredevil, Batman.
Batman is alright.
Nah, Batman is good, dude.
Batman is good.
fucking
I have
good.
never been on any of these roller coasters.
We'll go.
And not without lack of trying.
Yeah, Batman, like the board.
Right.
That's that. They got
That's
the
my
Daredevil.
problem. It's just like, all right, how long is it going to be to get in this one? I think the wait's like 3 hours. I think I'll just eat a funnel cake.
Right, and that's the part that sucks is that like what I will give y'all I will give y'all the rides because it's not worth arguing over like the difference between give me because everybody has their own, but I will give y'all the rides. But the rides do not compensate for the problem that is Six Flags. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where they lose
like
you.
yeah,
That's where they
exactly.
lose you, yeah.
They lose you in like the time you spend in line, the dirtiness of it. Like Six Flags is not a clean place. Like it isn't.
No, it's got character.
It's got character. Let's put it that way.
It's like Mad Max.
It's
Right.
like it's like going to the fair and getting on rides.
Yeah,
It's
and
got that grunge to it feel.
And it's managed by a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is nothing wrong with that, but the kids are like, it's like, look, I'm just here for my check. So they're not interested in, like, you go to Disney World, you could have a fucking conversation with Gaston. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and
it's
he'll
not
be
just
in character.
Yeah, it's not just a dude playing Gaston.
Right. He
It's
is
Gaston.
Yeah, like, it's like, that's not up for debate. That dude is him.
It's goofy.
Yes.
Yeah, because they are paying him to be Gaston.
Yeah. So yeah, I think if Six Flags could incorporate like 20% of experience, they would have an unstoppable franchise.
They buff up, but the issue is that you got to get money in there.
well, I think Texas is really good.
I've heard that other states have good ones.
I hear Texas has got a really good one.
Yeah. So I can't judge the other ones, but I can only
But
judge
Georgia isn't
Atlanta.
bad. It gets the job done.
It gets the job done.
Especially if you
But
get
what doesn't get the job done though
you
is
get that
whitewater.
fast. You get that fast.
I haven't
pass.
been to Whitewater in forever.
I've lived in Georgia for 30 years.
I've
I have
been.
never set foot at Whitewater.
I haven't been there since the E. coli scare in the 90s.
Facts. never have true words been spoken, bro. We ain't touched this since then. It was just
That's
like,
the last time I went there.
hey, you mean somebody baby shit in there, and now everybody's sick.
I used to live down the street from Whitewater, and I was
still-
still like, nah. Like I would drive past it, and every time I did, I was like,
It sucks to be y'all.
Because it's, I mean, water slides are fun, and that's an amazing theory. But it's basically just big sewer water, like just big doo-doo slides everywhere.
Yeah,
It really is.
It's pool water splashed into your face. Like,
Yeah.
It's like pool water.
It's like toilet water.
It's the pool water it's like, you know, like cereal milk, like after the cereal's out. It's like human water. Like it's like after
cereal milk?
Yeah, it's human cereal milk. Like after
I'll write that down.
Also, another good name for the podcast.
Yeah, all right, there it is. That one I like more than anything else. Human cereal milk. That's the name of this podcast. Podcast. Yeah, like
Human cereal
that's
milk.
the way it looked. It was just like, man, I gotta be in this human soup while I'm, you know what I mean? And just splashing that water right back into your face.
It's like sitting around in bathtub water.
Yes, it's collective bathtub water.
Well, it just sounds like a big petri dish.
Petri dish. There.
Yeah, our words are falling apart now.
Yeah. Can you pass me the balls, please?
No, I've not done Busch Gardens.
I haven't done Busch Gardens
I don't
either.
know.
Yeah, Busch Gardens, I think, is the perfect mix of
Six Flags.
like rides. I think the rides are by far better than Six Flags.
Really?
And I think it's just the right amount of
Experience.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the right amount of experience.
Yeah, because like when I
They're there to give you a clean,
Wholesome
roller coaster
experience.
outing.
Yeah.
because like when I drive by and they've got like ostriches like carved out of like bushes, I'm just like,
No, they fucking do work. Yeah, no, it's very.
Oh, it's legit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
Busch
like, all right,
Gardens
cool.
is-
Like that's never something I thought I would ever see in my life.
No, dude, Busch Gardens is
What
I
about-
think the move.
What about like Cedar Point? I've
You know
always
what?
wanted to go.
I've always wanted to go, never been. But yeah, I don't know.
What about Universal Studios?
I was just about to bring it up.
Yeah.
I've heard that's like the Busch Gardens of Florida, I think.
I've been to
Essentially,
Universal.
yes.
And it's all right. Like
It's not. Well, I mean, again, take this with a grain of salt because I think I was 6 at that point.
Question mark?
I was also like traumatized from listening to 7 hours of gospel music on the way there.
And King Kong, but go on.
Jesus.
No, King Kong was another year. But,
Lord said,
And the Lord, yeah.
yeah, it was a fun time. Like I really enjoyed myself when I was down there, and I'm sure like over the years it has only gotten better. So like I would recommend it. I mean, like if you're going, I mean, if you're down in Florida and you're going to do like the amusement park run,
That's a good one to add to the list.
yeah, that's a good one to add to the list.
That's cool. I would definitely say Six Flags Atlanta, Georgia is definitely a representation of Atlanta, Georgia. There's like the weird, sketchy street, and all of a sudden there's something cool, and then another weird, sketchy street.
Yep.
Which I would say encapsulates pretty much 99% of Atlanta. It's like, oh, that's kind of a cool building. Let's go walk around there. What's that guy doing over there? Let's just keep it moving. Is that underground Atlanta? Nope. Keep stepping. Hey, Ferris wheel. That's kind of cool. Oh, what's that guy doing? Keep moving. Nope.
Yes.
Still better than Philly.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't speak to that.
I hear Philly.
I went
Philly's
to.
like-
I was walking from like one building to another building to go grocery shopping with my family, and like we look over and there's just a dumpster in between these two buildings, like a couple feet back. And there's just a dude just in the middle. It's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, just taking a piss at the dumpster. And of course, because my mom is my mom, she had to scream something at her. And I'm
Get it
just
how you
like,
live, man.
and I'm just like, just keep walking. Like, let the man do his business. There's none of our concerns. Go in here and do our grocery shopping.
I mean, this is outside of a grocery store?
Yes,
Philly
he was pissing on the dumpster of the grocery store.
Philly has all the attitude of New York with none of the attractions. That's literally Philly to me. Like Philly, like it has all of New York's, because you forgive New York's attitude because New York is New York. So you get like a lot of people. Some people hate New York because it just smells like piss.
It does smell like piss.
But it's like there's a lot in that city, a lot of opportunity, a lot of all this stuff. Philly is like it has the same attitude as New York, minus any reason to be there. So
Yes.
it's just like,
And a lot of people will be like, "Oh, well, you at least got to try the cheesesteak." No, you don't.
no, you really don't. I've had people can fight me all they want to, bro. I've had cheesesteak up there and it was good. It was great. I've had cheesesteak down here and it was as good, if not better.
Speaking of which, shout out to Fred's Meat and Bread.
Yeah, that place is the place that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
man, that sandwich is good.
because people forget people from those places that know how to cook those things
Brought their ass
brought their ass down here.
right down here.
So it's like, oh man, I would like a cheesesteak. Well, guess what? You can get one here.
Yeah, you can get a good one here.
Yep. And you don't have to deal with Philly.
Right,
Don't
and you
have to
don't
do
have, and guess what? You don't have to do with Philly at all to get
This
it.
podcast brought to you by Philadelphia.
Right, and Megablocks.
the city of brotherly love,
Yeah.
which is the biggest lie I've ever heard in my
Right.
life.
If your brother was a meth addict.
Are Megablocks made in Philadelphia?
Huh?
I said, are Megablocks made in Philadelphia?
Probably. It feels like that city was made out of Megablocks.
Damn, dude.
Come
So
on,
which
man.
is better, Philly or Jersey?
Jersey, because you have access to New York.
Facts. There it is. There it is.
Plus, you get some sweet Italian food.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, I hear parts of New Jersey are cleaning up.
And then Jersey is just an extension of New York. Like a lot of New Yorkers just live in
I was
Yeah.
just about to say, you can take the train there with relative ease.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will give Philly though, SEPTA, which is their public transit system, blows MARTA out of the water. Which
Well,
isn't
everything
which isn't a hard feat to do, but like I missed one of the Charlies and I was just like, damn, like I guess I'm fucked because I was like, I'm used to MARTA, and then somebody was just like, oh, there'll be another one here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes on the nose, that thing pulled up, and I'm just like, this thing is on time. What is this?
To be fair, that little steam train thing around Six Flags over Georgia is better than MARTA.
pretty
Yeah,
reliable.
the one
I'll say
that
that,
takes you to the parking lot, takes you back.
Yeah, that thing is actually pretty tight. Yeah.
Yep.
I had to take MARTA to go to school when I was in high school, and I was late every day.
Well, of course you were. It's MARTA.
To the point where like my first period teacher just stopped asking me questions. Like I came in with McDonald's every day. I was like, look, I'm already late. I may as well have a full stomach.
Right.
Yeah, I might as well come here
You want me
ready
to be late
ready
and
to learn.
hangry?
For real. Man, I wish we had a decent public transport system. We just
Oh, yeah.
garbage.
Dude, we had one of these.
Georgia needs it, man. Like, especially with the way the city is set up, it feels like we should be able to have like a very good.
I
It's
mean,
not that bad. Like,
yeah,
MARTA gets
if
a lot
you
of lot of
Yeah,
shit.
if you're in Atlanta, MARTA isn't terrible.
Right.
But it really doesn't go anywhere.
It's like the main place people want to go is Atlanta. So if you're already in Atlanta, you really don't have too far to go. It's the people that are outside the perimeter that want to get to Atlanta easier that don't have access to MARTA or like Cobb County Transit or like some other form of like
Yeah, it's
public
like-
transportation system.
But in terms of convenience, like no one could take MARTA to work. Like people take the subway to work.
I do.
Some people can. It just depends. If you happen to be nicely located on like the gold line or the red line, such that you could use it. then
Early
you could.
enough in my career in Meditech, I took MARTA for like a week because I had to I didn't have access to a car, and so like I took it back and forth, and it was like I had to transition from CC whatever Cobb County Transit, CCTS,
Yeah.
to MARTA, so I had to get off on like some middle stop, and it took me from that to MARTA, and MARTA took me to work, and it wasn't really that bad. Like,
Yeah, but like people aren't taking it like they take it like New York. Like that's like 80% of people taking the subway.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
take
Like in
it
a
off on the
city
subway.
or like San Fran, like a city where people the BART takes people everywhere.
Yeah,
E-
well,
equally good example.
it's one of those cities where it's just like, there are
It's just
cities.
quicker,
Yeah, well, there are cities like because I went to Oregon last year. It's one of those cities where it's just like they set the city up where like driving is not encouraged. Like public transit will take you everywhere, and a lot of people just use public transit
Right.
to the point where like people don't have cars. People just like, I'll just get on the bus.
I would love to have that.
Yeah, dude. If I didn't have to have a car, if I sell my car, pocket that money.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if
I feel
I
like going
had-
driving.
I was about to say I do a lot of just casual driving.
Yeah, I do
couldn't
enjoy
get
the
my car
driving.
out.
Oh, I
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, I know you could because y'all aren't like drivers, but me and Eddie like we will listen. If y'all were like we trying to go to White Castle today, I would drive us there right now.
Yeah, it'd be like let's go down to Florida.
Yeah, it'd be like
Let's go down to Tampa, 8-hour drive.
If y'all chipped in on gas, I would drive us right now out of
Nice.
state.
Yeah, I'd end up.
I'm not
going
a
far.
long distance driver.
No.
I went up to Tennessee for a friend's wedding, and that drive was ugh.
Yeah, I
But
drove-
also, my
I like to drive Tennessee, man. It's like nice hills.
my car is old, and I think my seats need to be replaced because they're not as comfortable as they probably
It
should.
won't make it any better. I've driven in a new car. It still sucks.
Man, that truck's comfort though, man. I'm sitting in there just like, yeah.
Yeah, and then you sit up higher, so you just like you see so much of the road. Let's have this quick argument then with 10 seconds. Or not 10 seconds, like a minute or two.
Yeah.
Cars versus trucks, like normal sedans versus trucks.
Bro, I'm a truck guy now. I
I'm a
can't
truck
do
guy
it.
forever, man. I'm stuck.
I can't go back down to like
Unless
a-
you're hauling something, there's no need for it.
That's fair.
That's a fair argument.
But until
But
you
still.
have you been in an F-150? Like just
Yeah.
okay. Like have you driven one?
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
My
man.
dad he has an Avalanche right now.
That's a
I
big
think.
one. Yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
one.
that's a Chevy Avalanche.
Have you driven it like a crew cab?
I've driven all sorts of trucks.
Yeah, dude, I like it.
Bruh, I can't go back. Like
I appreciate the height of a truck.
See, I don't.
Comfort.
Well, like, because I can appreciate it because like you get a bigger view of what's going on, and you get to see stupid people doing shit before it
Well before
it makes it into your view. But that is the only reason. That is the only thing I would say I like about
even
bigger.
But it's like driving a boat.
Yeah. Or even rain conditions. You get used to the size. But yeah, rain conditions, semis, they don't splash you with water. When they come by, the water's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like me and Eddie both made a pretty equal transition because he was a Honda Civic and I was a Honda Fit. And we both jumped. He jumped to a Chevy Silverado, and I jumped to a FJ Cruiser, Toyota FJ Cruiser. And so we're both like sitting high, and it's just like after that transition, man, it's just like, bro, I cannot, especially in rain. I used to push my Honda Fit around rain, like rain and wind. You'd be pushed all over the place, and now it's like, damn, I'm unaffected. Like,
but in today's day and age, it's hard to argue against 40 miles per gallon.
Oh yeah, 40 miles per gallon is clutch.
Yeah, but it's not bad because mine's a V8, but it shuts down 4 cylinders when you're on the interstate. So I'm running 4 cylinders, get pretty good gas mileage. I'm running like 25 miles per gallon. So.
Just from a standpoint of like from the outside looking in, we have all of this like fucking truck and height and shit to move one person around.
Oh, that's true. I mean, yeah, it moves me, but it moves me comfortably around.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but like you need like 3,000 pounds of shit to move one person around.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, but like in the same argument, like it's like you drive like a sports car. You know
I'm not saying I'm in the right.
I know, but it's
I would prefer public transportation
over all of it. Yeah, but I just like, I know like your argument is that it could be wasteful, but man, once you like, sometimes life is about choosing what you give up, and I don't know if I can give up my truck, bro. Like I can't give up that height. I just can't.
Let's get your real tall unicycle.
I'm on 285 on a unicycle.
Oh damn! What was
in
those,
Chelsea boots?
What were those bicycles that had like the one really big wheel?
Penny farthing.
Yeah.
Get you one of those.
With a monocle and a fake mustache
and a scarf.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a scarf.
Going 60.
The red Baron scarf.
Yes.
It's got a motor in it. He's going 60 on 285 with a penny farthing. Bro, you know how freaking scary that'd be? It'd be like, what kind of wacky racist ass? Bro, get me out of here.
He's got a 2-stroke dirt bike engine on it?
Bro, but if you hit something, you are dead. That big wheel, that front wheel, bro, you're getting launched. You better have a parachute on your back. You're going up. like you're getting some air time.
Front wheel monster truck, back wheel shopping cart.
Somebody catches you in a biplane, like so you land in somebody's biplane, like you yell out fuck, but it's silent, and then the screen goes black, and it says fuck like across the front of the screen.
You have one of them flying squirrel suits on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. off the overpass of Spaghetti Junction.
Man sent hurtling off a penny farthing into a biplane. What kind of cartoon ass headline is this?
Oh my gosh.
This in at 11.
Driven by Dashley Mutterly.
Huh? Yes. Damn. Snickers like Muttley.
Oh man.
That's an old school reference. Kids don't know that. Kids don't know Boomerang Channel.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Alright, so remember penny farthers, kids.
There it is. Are we good?
yeah, I think we're good.
I mean, you got something else you want to bring up? Feel free.
Oh, actually, get ready to enjoy some snow Tuesday, maybe. I'll 0.2 inches of it.
There it is.
Get your grocery shopping and panic in.
Right.
Yeah.
Buy your
Get
water,
the
buy your
now.
batteries, candles, whatever you need to get through this harsh weather.
Also, if any of you listening, like us, live in the Atlanta area, please prepare for the fact that a few 100,000 morons will be entering the city for Super Bowl Sunday here relatively soon. So plan accordingly, because they're shutting down the streets.
And on that note, y'all, it has been another great episode of the Pumpernickel Podcast.
I wonder if I can make it back here Sunday.
We're going to find out.
We will. Follow us on
Super Bowl Sunday. Throwing a party. The last one's here.
Good luck getting it.
Yeah.
What?
Follow us on Twitter.
Getting here?
At Pumpernickel Pod.
Pumpernickel Pod. The website's up, pumpernickelpodcast.com.
Email us any questions or pictures we want us to make fun of. Pumpernickelpodcast at gmail.com.
Yeah. And on that note, y'all,
Enjoy your week. Yeah.